figure out the NFL, and usually by their third, fourth year, they're really, really understand the game. And I know Brian, I think, has made some comments about we need to start competing for championships. And we're the Green Bay Packers. We know it's all about winning championships.
That's Packers president Mark Murphy. With sports, I'm Mike Clemens.
Enjoying this local program? Find the complete Civic Media lineup at civicmedia.us or the Civic Media app.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Mostly cloudy, maybe a shower tonight, a low in the upper 30s. Mostly sunny and a high in the mid-50s for Saturday. Increasing clouds Sunday, showers developing, high temperatures in the mid-50s. Showers continue Sunday night and linger on into Monday morning. Currently at 62 degrees.
Rebel Eddies is your solution for auto detailing in Midwest Wisconsin. They specialize in top-tier services, including deep cleaning and detailing, paint corrections, ceramic coatings, wax oil undercoatings, window tinting, and more. And they take pride in delivering professional results every time. Rebel Eddies is family and veteran-owned and operated. Bookings are available as soon as 1 week. Call 920-671-8984 or visit rebeleddies.com. Rebel Eddies Detailing. Restore, protect, maintain.
The Maggie Dawn Show.
And from Chippewa Falls.
What are Republicans voting for? If they're not voting for Medicare, Medicaid, clean energy, clean water.
Tax cuts for billionaires. You wouldn't get a lot of votes for that. So you have to create an enemy. And somebody says, blame all these people like women and immigrants and black and brown folks. Your brain will sometimes want to accept that because it's the easiest of off-ramps to all of the anxiety and existential fear that you've got.
The Maggie Dawn Show, moving soon to its new time, weekdays 4 until 6 on Civic Media and on the app. Lean Local with Jim Schmidt.
It's almost here, the NFL Draft. Hear the latest from the Stadium View, Green Bay Parks, and Green Bay Transit. Join me.
Broadcasting live statewide from the Civic Media Studios in Green Bay. This is Nite with Pete Schwaba, your inside source on everything entertainment from Wisconsin to Hollywood. And now, a guy who has a black and white plasma TV, Pete Schwaba.
Welcome to Nightlight, ladies and gentlemen. It is a Friday night in the state of Wisconsin. You could be doing a lot worse. Great to have you with me on this Friday night as we plow into the weekend, a pre-NFL draft weekend, which, to other people in the state, probably, I think it's recognized as a cool thing, but I don't know if people realize how much it's going to change our lives here in Northeast Wisconsin. Even like in an hour radius, even in some cases more, hotel rooms will be booked up. There will be parking issues, and so much so that I will be headed to Madison for a couple nights to do the show down there because it will just be easier to get around. But we've got one more normal weekend. Next weekend will be crazy, but it'll be kind of fun if you live in Northeast Wisconsin. We'll talk a little bit about the draft tonight with our first guest. I kind of buried the lead there because we're going to talk about the draft. I'm going to ask Emerson Lehman, one of the co-hosts of the WBAY morning show here in Green Bay, what his plans for the draft will be and what he thinks about it. But Conrad, the main reason tonight we're having Emerson on the show. Lay it on me.
Pickleball?
Pickleball, baby. Emerson was in Marinette last weekend. He sent me a text saying, hey, as promised, I'm letting you know I'm in Marinette. So I went there, got a bunch of footage. We played it, some sound bites, I should say.
Yeah.
And we played it. Emerson sounded like he was having a great time. So he's coming on tonight. He's going to be here at 6:35 to give us an in-person recap of his time in my hood. It was great to have him there. He looked like he was having a ball. Everyone looked like they were having fun. I could not believe how crowded and it's not a little rec center. It's good size for Marinette, but it's not humongous by rec center standards, but it was packed. And pickleball, ladies and gentlemen, is the sport of the future. John Cusack in Say Anything said kickboxing was the sport of the future. I think pickleball has taken over, and I think you're less likely to be concussed. Emerson will be here at 6:35. We've got a pickleball quiz for Emerson. He's going to talk about how he did in the tournament. I still don't know how he did. I know there was a pro there that Emerson told me was really hard to beat. So we'll find out how the pro did. We'll find out how Emerson did. It's going to be a great conversation. And then if we have time, I have a little game I created called This Just In or This Just In. And I'm going to give a news story, and Emerson will have to decide if it's fake or real. It's going to be fun. So Emerson's got his work cut out for him tonight. He's going to leave here mentally exhausted, Conrad.
Well, he's got some songs to look forward to in the second hour.
That's true. Is he going to stay for that?
I mean, he could, but I'm saying
yeah.
he can also listen on his drive back.
That will mellow him out. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think my goal is for him to leave here. I want this to be kind of an escape for him because he works very hard at his job. But tonight he's going to have to put his thinking cap on. But it'll be fun. No pressure. And then, ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday night on Nightlight, and you know what that means. It is a Barr Band Friday night. Our friend Terry Barr from Max Inc. Radio, one of the brilliant hosts of Max Inc. Radio, drops by with new tunes and fun chat every week. We look forward to spending time with Terry. It's so much fun. So you're here on a good night. We've got a lot going on and some big changes here too, folks, at Civic Media. Not huge changes, but as many of you may or not, or may probably know by now, Dom Salvia, the Dom Salvia show is no longer. Dom is no longer with the network, but it was all good. Parting was friendly. Dom is doing other things, but that caused a little bit of a shuffle. So starting next Wednesday from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m., it'll be the Midwest Farm Report with Pam Yankee. I almost said Janky.
You almost did it.
I know. Pam Yankee. That's such a cool name. It's kind of exotic. It's like the anti-Schwaba.
Having that silent J is,
it's kind of cool.
It's really cool.
Is she from Iceland?
That's a good question.
Because my friend Thor Johnson was actually Janssen, and it was with a J.
That is cool.
Very cool. And maybe they're friends. Love Pam. She does a great job. She'll be on from 5 to 6 a.m. And then from 6 to 9 on the network, Pat Kreitlow will be on, powered by Up North News. Pat is a blast to listen to. Informative, fun, smart, great stuff. However, in local markets, John and Gordy will still be on at WMDX Mornings in Madison, and our pals Mino and the Mayor will still be on here in Green Bay and Northeast Wisconsin. Mino and the Mayor will still continue from 6 to 9. From 9 to 11, it's Matt and Aaron Air with Jane, Matt and Aaron, Greg Bach. 11 to 2 will be the Tom Hartman program. Tom is coming back during daylight hours on the network from 11 to 2. 2 to 4, it's the Todd Alba Show. 4 to 6, you got Maggie Dawn. And then 6 to 8, we are still where we are. Nightlight with Pete Schwaba will continue in that time slot. So,
and if you so John and Gordy and Mino and the Mayor stand at the same time.
Yeah.
Yep. And at WGBWWISS for Mino and the Mayor. It's awesome.
Did I not say that?
I don't.
I thought I said things that stay the same in Madison and Green Bay.
Just making sure.
Gordy. Yeah. Thank you for your
just
meticulous.
Just making sure.
No, you're not, Conrad. You're busting my chops. And you know what? Take a memo.
Oh.
No, I appreciate you. Appreciate the backup. So that's good. All good. John and Gordy still kicking things around in Madison in the morning, and Mino and the Mayor. So none of that changes, but great things happening here at Civic Media. And that was supposed to come out as a joke, but I think I was kind of hard on you there. I apologize for that.
You said take a memo. I'm waiting for the memo.
How about drop and give me 20? How does that sound?
I'm writing that down.
I got so excited yesterday. Gelato next door. There's a whole bunch of activity over there, and I thought, I'm going to get some Friday night gelato. They're probably open, and it's like closed for construction. Remember last year they were doing that construction, and we could hear banging and sawing all through the show. What are they're remodeling already?
Yeah, I didn't think they would actually take off that whole winter. I thought they were gone, but they just took off the winter months, and now they're coming back.
So it's a summer only business. Yeah, because I don't think they can, or they don't think. I would go for some occasional winter gelato.
I love their coffee there, so I probably
really? Coffee gelato or just coffee.
I'm glad they kind of shut down for a while. It didn't spend so much money on.
It's $5 coffee.
It is expensive.
Here's what I've decided. Let's do the question, because I think this is important. We got a good question tonight, and this is inspired. You remember last night when Mike Clemens was here? I said that like it was a long time ago.
Yeah, I remember.
I was cracking up all night that just came out of the blue that he wrote the song Pacarena. That's just so bizarre.
That's awesome.
It is awesome. And Jane McNair was singing it. It was just a funny story. The guy said, have it done by the end of the day.
And he wanted to get to his tea time.
He wanted to get to his tea time. And they did it, and they still made their tea time. Now, don't panic. It's not like they mailed it in. This song is quality, and they wrote great lyrics and still made their tea time, which is awesome. But it inspired tonight's question of the night.
Let's talk about the question.
Okay, question.
Question.
Pregunta.
Question. Hey, I have a question. Questions? This question.
Domanda.
Question. Questions.
What is your favorite sports-related song? What is your favorite sports-related song? Mike Clemens inspired. 855-752-4842, 855-75-CIVIC, or you can text us on the app or on the stream if you're watching on YouTube, X, Twitter. Is it X, Twitter? It's
Twitter.
Twix. It's Twix.
Oh, yeah, I
Still
forgot.
Twix.
I forgot about Twix.
Thanks to Todd Alba, yeah. Or Facebook. So if you're watching on the stream, you can text us on the stream. Use the Facebook app. It's so easy, and you probably all have it after our last awesome contest, our Break Into Summer contest, which was a big success. Or old school, pick up your phone and text away at 855-752-4842. I'm going to go first. My favorite sports-related song, just because I was a former Chicago Bulls partial season ticket holder during the Jordan years. So I got to say, Eye in the Sky. The intro, when they would announce the team, it was majestic. It was spine-tingling. It was incredible. So that is my favorite sports-related song. There are so many, though. These are all inspired by the Pacarena. Thanks to Mike Clemens and Jane Matnair. What's your favorite, Conrad? You got a favorite? God, it's just obnoxious. It's not even a song.
Bang on the drum all day.
It's a song.
For the Green Bay Packers.
I've heard of them.
Or like the Go Pack Go chant / song.
No. Bang on the drum is much better.
It's so good.
But Go Pack Go is just a chant. It's not really
There's music behind it.
Do.
Exactly. You know it.
That should win a mammy or a whammy. Is that your favorite? Bang on the drum?
Yeah, I love that song.
I get that. Okay, that's a fun one. I can transport myself to the body of a Packer fan, and I could say, yeah, I'd probably really enjoy that. We got some text. We got to read Luke Mather's text last night, because our song last night, or our question last night, was who is your favorite solo artist, musical solo artist? And Luke Mathers, we missed this text right at the end of the show. He said, the White Stripes 7 Nation Army transports me back to the student section for a Saturday game day at Camp Randall Stadium. I don't think I know that song, but I must have heard it because I've been to Badger games.
Yeah, I'm not.
That's interesting. You know what? Jump Around is up there too.
I mean, yeah, that was a close second for me.
That's a great song, with or without sports.
Yeah.
So, thank you, Luke. Matt Harper says Bruce Springsteen, Glory Days, phenomenal one. Well done, Matt. Yeah, I love that tune. Eric Ratzak from Ask Your Mother says, put me in Coach John Fogerty, or relatively unknown song called Beat the Record by the Warren Brothers. Oh, I don't know that song either. Put Me in Coach is a great, actually, I think it's called Center Field, but it's a great tune. Good baseball song. Lots of great baseball songs.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to think of one. I'll get back to you on which one I really like.
Yeah, I need a good baseball song from Conrad. Mike Desatel also says Glory Days, Springsteen. It's funny because it's just a great song, and they talk about a guy who was a great pitcher in high school. So it's funny that you equate that with sports, and they also sang it at the Super Bowl during the halftime show, and that was phenomenal. I think Streets Have No Name, U2. A lot of people think Prince had the best halftime show. For me, it was U2 after 9/11, when they had that banner going up with all the names of the 9/11 victims, and they were singing Streets Have No Name. I don't think of that as a sports song, but I do now because of that Super Bowl performance. Maybe the same thing with Glory Days. All right, we're coming back. We're going to read some more texts, and we're going to talk some more pickleball. Lots going on here tonight. You're here on a great night, folks. It's a Friday Night Light edition with Pete Schwaba. Great to have you on the Civic Media Radio Network.
It was only a kiss. Now I'm falling asleep, and she's calling you.
From Denmark to De Pere, this is 97.9 WGBW.
Appleton Cigar Company on College Avenue has been serving the community for over 25 years. If you are a cigar aficionado looking for a one-of-a-kind experience, you need to check out Appleton Cigar, which boasts the largest selection of cigars north of Milwaukee with over 706 cigars to choose from in a walk-in humidor. The Cigar Lounge offers an impressive variety of spirits and cocktails that pair perfectly with a premium cigar. For the full experience, come to Appleton Cigar at 415 College Ave, Monday through Saturday, 11:30 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. For more information, go to appletoncigar.com.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on retirement contributions, a very handsome reward indeed. With Robinhood Gold, your annual IRA contributions are boosted by 3%. Plus, you also get 4% APY on your cash in non-retirement accounts. That's over 8 times the national savings average. The perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% IRA boost on annual contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. Rates subject to change. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Over 8 times the national average savings account interest rate claim is based on data from the FDIC as of November 18th, 2024. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
April is Global Volunteer Month. Find the perfect volunteer opportunities for you at volunteerwisconsin.org or contact your local United Way or Volunteer Center today. Volunteerwisconsin.org is hosted by United Way of Wisconsin and Serve Wisconsin, paid for by United Way of Wisconsin.
Out here in the middle of these acres, it can feel like you're the only person on earth. That's how it feels when you're struggling with your mental health. But you don't have to feel alone. Find more.
Did I fall? I wanna drive them home. When you're feeling blue, thinking this
Nightlight. I am your host for this evening's festivities, Pete Schwaba. Great to have you with me. Great show tonight. Emerson Lehman coming up in just a few minutes. He is the morning show host at WBAY here in Green Bay, and he is an avid and very talented pickleball player. It is also a Barr band Friday night. So Terry Barr from Max Inc. Radio, our Friday night friend, will be here to bring some new tunes and dazzle us with her conversation skills, because she's always so much fun to talk to. Our question of the night is, what is your favorite sports related song? So it's kind of a, there's no, like somebody said, does this count? Glory Days, I think it was. And yeah, if you associate it with sports, or if you hear it at your stadium, or it's part of this opening, starting lineups, whatever, absolutely. There are no rules to this as per usual. So let us know what your favorite sports song is. I said Eye in the Sky by Alan Parsons Project, from my days going to see the Bulls play at the Chicago Stadium, and then the United Center, and the place would just rock. House of Pain's Jump Around is right up there too. Conrad's is Bang on the Drum. Is that the actual title? Bang on the Drum, right? Yep. Okay. That's a good one too. So what are your favorite sports songs? PJ on the stream says, oh yeah, House of Pain, Jump Around. UW Badgers, hands down. Tough to argue with that. And then PJ says, does Wild Thing count? Absolutely, because it was in the movie. It was, I almost said Just a Bit Outside. It was in Major League. That absolutely counts, PJ. That's a great one. So let us know yours. We'll read it on the radio, and it will be great fun. Monica from Mount Horeb says, was going to say Boys of Summer, but that's a sports song in name only. So you know what? I kind of I don't disagree with you, Monica, but Boys of Summer, it is a sports term. Yeah, it's not a sports song. I assume you're talking about the Don Henley version. But that is such an amazing song about the end of summer. Nobody on the beach, nobody on the road. The sun goes down alone. God, great tune. If anything, thank you for making me think of that song, Monica. But yeah, Gonna Fly Now from Rocky, another phenomenal one. Tony the Trucker says, Pete, the Bears still suck, by the Happy Schnapps Combo. You know what, Tony? I've had about enough of your crap. Conrad, you're not chiming in there?
I don't know what to say anymore.
That's what I get for hosting a radio show in Wisconsin. I'm bound to hear that. That's fine, Tony. And the Bears have sucked for a long time. I can't really argue with that. I will say I've never heard of the Happy Schnapps combo, though, but I love that name. Conrad's dad, Steve, says, all-time greatest is Gonna Fly Now. Another vote for Gonna Fly Now, the theme from Rocky. Could not agree more. Paula, Conrad's mom, checking in. We are the champions. Yeah, another big one. That might be the most famous one. Or We Will Rock You. All great stuff. So keep those texts coming, folks. Be part of the show. It's always more fun that way. I will say, driving down here tonight, I always have an issue. I could complain every night about other drivers, but I only do it like 4 nights a week because I don't want people to get sick of it. But I found out something tonight. I was driving down here, and you know those Calvin peeing stickers that people put on their cars? It's this cute kid in one of the cutest cartoons ever, Calvin and Hobbes, and they've completely made it into this weird thing where angry people put a sticker of Calvin pissing on something that they don't like. And here's what I have surmised from seeing these stickers on these cars. The stickers are douchey. The cars are douchey, typically, that they're on, and the people inside, same. I don't want to be friends with people who think it's cool to put a Calvin peeing on some, regardless whether he's peeing on Trump or some kind of liberal thing or whatever. If you have completely cheapened this awesome cartoon and you have Calvin peeing as a sticker on your car, regardless of what he is peeing on, I know that we probably wouldn't be friends. What do you think about that, Conrad?
Well, all right, so
you have one of those stickers on your car?
No, but I know this. I follow this page on Instagram. They have this. It's all about a Packers like man cave that they have in the basement.
Okay.
And they have 3 Calvin pissing in their toilet.
Okay.
And it's all of them like pissing out like the Bears,
Vikings,
the
Lions. Okay, haha. But I mean, it's one thing to put it in that. I guess mostly it's in the car. Why would you're driving around with them, broadcasting what an idiot you are.
Yeah, I don't like it on the car. On the toilet, it's kind of funny because I mean it's just in the toilet. No one can see it unless you're there.
But why Calvin? That's what I love that cartoon. Why would you do that?
You know, there's a lot of spin-offs with Calvin.
Where does it come from?
I just think it was a really popular cartoon, and they just were like, let's make Calvin do something different.
But I've never seen a sticker of Charlie Brown flipping people off.
You haven't?
Just gave you an idea. Here's what Tyler from Wisconsin Rapids says. That's also the 608. He says, I don't want a pickle. I just want to ride my motorcycle. By Arlo Guthrie. What the heck is pickleball? Oh, God. Oh, Tyler, you have to stick around. See, knowing Tyler and how perverse his text can be sometimes, I thought he meant pickle like in a naughty way or something. He says, want to ride my motorcycle. Yeah, Arlo Guthrie. That's awesome. We'll tell you. You got to stick around because you're going to learn a lot about pickleball with our next guest who's coming up in just a few minutes. Emerson Lehman will be here. That's going to be fun. So anyway, we've established that. I don't like that. I don't like that sticker. I had to get that off my chest.
Speaking of stickers.
Yeah.
You know, I told you this yesterday, when I was coming to work, coming to the studio, not even leaving my apartment building. In the apartment building, you know, the complex, 8 miles per hour. That's how fast the speed limit in there or whatever.
Right.
Someone flying by me.
Doing 9.
And I get to the stop sign at the end of the road and it says, caution, elderly driver. And then another sticker says, caution, slow driver. Like, what?
So who passed you?
It wasn't elderly.
Oh, okay.
It was not an elderly woman.
All right.
She had to be in her mid-20s. How ironic. Right. Going 20 miles through the complex.
I think they need to bring the hammer down on some of those residents. If
I
they're
agree.
flying through. Because I've done that in this parking garage over here, where it's also 8. There must have been a Green Bay City Council meeting where they said, all right, I think we can all agree 8 miles per hour in parking lots. Not
That's
10,
the max.
Not 6.
That's the max.
They have done studies and data shows there are fewer accidents if the speed limit is 8. All right, folks, lots of fun tonight. It's a Barr Band Friday night. We got a great question. What's your favorite sports-related song? No rules. Just have fun with it. Let us know. And Emerson Lehman from the WBAY Morning Show, and he is a killer pickleball player, too. And we're going to come in. We're going to mentally exhaust Emerson tonight. That's coming up next on Nightlight with Pete Schwaba on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Can't do a thing to me. I just wanna dance the night away with senoritas who can sway.
You're listening to the Talk of Green Bay, WGBW, home for Nightlight with Pete Schwaba.
This is your local Civic Media radio station. Want to hear even more? Anytime? Find all of it at civicmedia.us.
For 97.9 WGBW News, I'm Lisa Hale. A new ruling from the Wisconsin Supreme Court dealing with unique powers given to our governors, and their decision should support school funding for hundreds of years. Savannah Tomei Olson has this story.
When he was signing the state budget, Governor Tony Evers used his veto powers to lock in school funding for the next 400 years, and now the Wisconsin Supreme Court rules that was legal. Wisconsin is the only state where the governor has line item veto powers, meaning a governor can just cross out words or punctuation or numbers or parts of a bill and change its meaning. The court was split along party lines. Soon-to-be Chief Justice Joe Karofsky wrote that this move was within the bounds of the Wisconsin Constitution. Meanwhile, Justice Brian Hagedorn said the state constitution does not allow for this power. Historically, it's been used by both Republicans and Democrats. The governor's veto means that school funding will increase $325 per pupil per year until 24-25. For Civic Media News, I'm Savannah Tomei Olson.
Easter is this Sunday, and the price of one key component of the celebrations has skyrocketed. And I'm not talking about eggs, at least not traditional ones. According to the National Confectioners Association, 9 out of 10 people who make an Easter basket include chocolate, usually in the form of eggs or bunnies. According to Trading Economics, at this time of year, cocoa costs $2,000 per ton. Right now, it's $8,400 a ton. The National Retail Federation expects Easter spending to hit $23.6 billion this year. I'm Lisa Hale, 97.9 WGBW News. For news anytime, log on to WGBW.FM. From local news to what's going on around the state, Civic Media's mission is to bring you real news and great conversation.
On your entertainment beat, I'm Pete Schwaba. After going into space thanks to Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin company, Gayle King has received quite a bit of backlash from her friends and colleagues and various celebrities. According to Variety, King addressed criticism that the flight was expensive, a self-indulgent publicity stunt, and pointless by saying Bezos' company is just trying to figure out a way to harness waste here on our planet and put it into space to make Earth better. The jury is still out on how many bags of trash they took, but it doesn't matter because in a related story, no one believes her. In case you're wondering how much participants paid to go into space through Blue Origin, speculation is that there is a $150,000 payment for the reservation, but the actual trip might have cost millions per person, and maybe even more for Lauren Sanchez, who probably had to buy extra space for her lips. For more showbiz fun, tune into Nightlight with me, Pete Schwaba, weeknights from 6 to 8 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
This report sponsored by the City of Marinette, home of the Queen Marinette Run the River Powerboat Races, June 7th and 8th. More details at fishonmarinette.com.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Mostly cloudy, maybe a shower tonight, a low in the upper 30s. Mostly sunny and a high in the mid-50s for Saturday. Increasing clouds Sunday, showers developing, high temperatures in the mid-50s. Showers continue Sunday night and linger on into Monday morning. Currently at 62 degrees.
Mark your calendars for heart-pumping, exhilarating action at the 2025 Queen Marinette's Run the River Powerboat Races in Marinette, Wisconsin on June 7th and 8th. The action will be nonstop as these high-octane boats reach speeds of over 105 miles per hour. Races kick off on Saturday and Sunday at 12:30 p.m. and run throughout the day. Free for the whole family, this is the perfect summertime weekend getaway. For more information, head to fishonmarinette.com and click on the events page.
The Todd Albaugh Show.
More than 600 international students and recent grads have had their visas revoked. Here's people that are here 100% legally. We've seen the ICE checklist. Do you wear a Chicago Bulls hoodie? Do you have a tattoo? Check, check, gone. Again, this is about due process and following the Constitution. And if we don't have that, then none of us are safe.
The Todd Albaugh Show, moving soon to its new time, weekdays 2 to 4 on Civic Media and on the app. The Dr. Kristen Lyerly Show.
This week, we are talking with Emmy award-winning
This Friday edition. I'm Pete Schwaba. Great to have you with me. Here's Anna from Madison in the 608 said, "Hi, Pete and Conrad. My favorite sports song is Enter Sandman by Metallica." Is that the one that goes do 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 do? And is that the one that said they go exit light enter night? Is that was in Severance, and it was really cool. And I hadn't heard that song in 20 years.
You just sang it pretty well, though. That was good.
Got pipes, buddy.
I believe it.
Listen, pickleball's your thing. I'm a crooner. That's the voice of Emerson Lehman, who joins us now in the studio. He is the host of the WBAY Morning News Show and a great pickleball player. We're going to get into all that. It is great to have you here in the studio, as always.
I was so excited when I got the text from you saying, "Hey, let's have you on to talk about Marinette." Absolutely, my friend. Always happy to be here.
And you were so gracious. Like I asked you about, and you said you had been there many times, actually.
I was trying to think about that after we talked. I think that was my 4th or 5th time up there out of the 7 tournaments that they've done. So yeah, I've been there. I remember my first trip up there. I was working down in Milwaukee and I drove up on a Friday night to play singles and drove back that same night. And Brian and Kim Swenson, who run the tournament, they just left an incredible impression on me from that one trip, and then now I get to see them weekly playing in the groups around Green Bay. So, yeah, great people, great tournament, always a fun time.
So you said that the other day, too, when I was interviewing you. You said you'd drive up from Milwaukee. That's like serious dedication to the sport.
Probably too much dedication at some points, but sometimes I joke that I should say I'm a part-time news anchor, full-time pickleballer. It does not pay the bills, however, so we got to stick with the day job. But it's just fun, and you meet so many really cool people who I enjoy spending time with. So you're getting active, you're kind of scratching that competitive itch, and hanging out with some really fantastic individuals. You can't beat it.
I thought when I first got there the other day, I thought, I asked a couple people, and they knew you. They said, "Oh, are you here to talk to Emerson?" And I was like, "My God, this guy's like Bono here at the Marinette Rec Center."
Man, no, they know Nite. They know Pete Schwaba. That's what it is.
Well, one of them happened to be one of your partners.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that makes sense. So, but how many of the people? There had to be a couple hundred.
Oh yeah, there was 260 players signed up for the tournament. So
just in Marinette.
I imagine, in Marinette. I mean, it's Marinette's kind of a melting pot of pickleball in the Midwest, where there were people coming from the UP down toward the Madison area. A lot of Green Bay players were there. Some folks come over from Wausau, Anago. They all just kind of come into that northeast corner and have a great weekend of fun.
It's great. And you know what a small town guy I am now? Like I've spent most of my life in big cities, but like when I drive to the rec center in Marinette and there's a camping show or a pickleball, and I see how crowded the parking lot is, and I go, "Oh, come on. I have to walk an extra 100 feet. Like, I know. It's nothing." You know what I mean? But I'm so used to being in a small town where I can park 20 feet from the door.
Agreed. Yeah. You had to get your steps in on Saturday.
Yeah, exactly. Let's talk about that. So let's jump right in. Let's start with pickleball. How did you do?
I got 3rd.
Overall?
Oh, yeah. So I played in the top division in mixed on Friday, and then the top division in men's on Saturday, 3rd in both. So shout out to my partners, Carolyn and JJ. We kept the podium streak alive this year, which is good. I haven't played a tournament and not medaled yet this year, so that's fun. I was thinking about that the other day, slight flex, but it's been a good 2025 so far.
So you joked about pickleball being full-time, newscasting being part-time. I
Yeah.
know that's a joke but you're third, and I interviewed a guy there, Zach Gonering, who someone connected me with. Greg Vanderfin connected me with him, and I interviewed him and got to talk to him. He's got sponsors.
Yep.
You're third.
Yeah.
You're not that far away. Like you could maybe make the jump.
No, I don't think
Why?
I could. Zach plays so much all the time.
Yeah.
He's going to school, but he's able to just commit right now at his point in his life. Maybe if I was 5 years younger and at a different point, like just getting out of school or something, I would maybe consider it because I would dedicate more time. But it's just a fun, competitive hobby for me. I enjoy it. I enjoy kind of being an ambassador for it and trying to get more people into it because it's changed my life for the better, I would say. Gets me active, gets me out there. Again, has introduced me to some just incredible people. And it's just cool to see people who maybe would be sitting at home on the couch. Now they're out there being active, being competitive, having fun. And that's what it's all about, right? And just making memories, enjoying cool experiences, going to different places. But I will not be going pro. Some of my co-anchors will joke with me sometimes on the air or behind the scenes too. Oh, you won again this week and you're going to be leaving us. Like, it's not happening, but it's really fun to play against people like Zach. We, on Saturday, we beat him in the round robin portion. So that was
wow,
that was sick. That was cool. And then we ended up facing him in the semifinals, which, no offense to the second place team, I think people kind of looked at that. Okay, this is going to be the championship match because they beat us 11-9 and then went and won like 15-2 in the championship. So it was we gave him a fight, and it's always fun to play against him. I'll get to play against him again tomorrow, and I'm sure he'll make us work for every point like he always does. But it's cool to have someone chasing that pro dream from Northeast Wisconsin and representing it, and a lot of folks came out wanting to see him play. So we at least
nice.
We didn't let him walk over us. We gave him a good match to watch.
So where is he from?
Zach's from Oconto, I believe.
Oh, so he's a Northeast Wisconsin.
Yeah, he's a Northeast through and through. Exactly. He went to Bayport High School. He's from here.
So let's back up just for a second. We had a texter, Tyler, who didn't know much about pickleball.
Okay.
So for people listening right now who, sometimes I take for granted people have at least heard of it, but some people might not have. So you say you and your partner, do you ever play pickleball, folks, is like a cross between tennis, table tennis, and badminton?
Yeah, I would say like tennis, badminton, and ping pong kind of all combined together.
Right.
There's some interesting rules that take a little bit. I always tell people when they're trying to learn the main rules that you need to be able to play the game properly. It takes probably a half hour to an hour to really kind of comprehend those rules and the scoring, because the scoring is a little wonky as well.
Okay.
But once you understand that and keep playing, then after that it's easy, and then you're just starting to learn the different aspects of the game that can make you better. But you got to kind of commit to that first half hour to an hour of knowing this is going to seem super weird, super random, all kinds of different, you can't step there, or you can't hit the ball here. But once you figure that out, it kind of becomes a second nature, and then you're off to the races from there.
My guest is Emerson Lehman. You can see his fine work at WBAY every morning here in Green Bay. He is also an avid pickleball player. We're talking about pickleball. He was just in a tournament in Marinette and took third out of like 260 people. You talk about your partner. Is it ever one-on-one pickleball, or is it always partners?
Yeah, so there's singles as well. I dabble in singles. It is exhausting, but it's a fun workout. I'm not horrible at it. I was a singles tennis player, so I would say singles pickleball is a little more similar to tennis in terms of strategy and what you're doing. It's a lot more about power and whatnot, where doubles is more about placement and kind of the slow games, speeding it up. It's more of a chess match, where singles is just, I'm going to try and hit it past you as hard as I can and hope you don't hit it back, sort of deal. So it's different. It's a different type of game, a different type of workout. But if I'm playing pickleball, I'm happy. So I'll play any type of tournament I can find.
What kind of workout is it? Because it's a condensed court compared to tennis.
Yeah.
And I've played. My mom used to set up a pickleball court in their driveway 12 years ago, maybe. And
back before it was cool.
Before it was cool,
Yeah.
but and we got into it. It was fun, but their driveway was a little bit on a slant. So if you were on the downside,
You had to choose which side was better. Yeah.
But I thought it was, you're being active, but are you getting a workout? Are you getting like a cardiovascular? Probably when you play good players.
I think when you play good players with long points, I mean, if you're playing kind of, just tapping the ball over back and forth and okay, you hit it 3 times and points done. But I mean, we'll play rallies where it's going back and forth 30, 40 times and you're just
no kidding,
constantly moving side to side, front and back. You're just constantly moving, keeping your feet moving. It's quite the workout.
And it's really sweet when you get with a ball, when you can really crush it. Because even when you crush it, it's not like a baseball coming 90 miles an hour, but you get that wood on the ball. Because it's a wiffle ball, right?
It's like a plastic wiffle ball. Yeah. The paddles are not so much wood anymore. They're made, some of them are with like honeycomb type, some of them are more composite type paddles. They're making progress in terms of the technology when it comes to that. Yeah, paddle technology. But yeah, there's no better feeling, especially after like a really long point and you finally see that one ball that you're about to end it with it. And
Right.
no worse feeling when you see that ball and you smoke it into the net or hit it out of bounds. But when you hit that winner, it's a pretty magical feeling, I'd say.
So Zach Gonering, the pro, won the whole thing.
He
His
did.
team. Do you have all right, so how do you lost 11-9 to them
in the semifinals? Yes, we beat them. I think it was 11-7 in the
That's impressive.
round robin seeding. So
how does your partner stack up and how does his partner stack up? Like when you guys faced off, are you losing anything partner to partner? Are you guys about
no, I would
matched?
say very evenly matched. So Zach's partner on Saturday, Quinn Thompson, he does a lot of coaching actually in the Green Bay area, and he's a very highly respected player. My partner, JJ Fila, he's from the UP. He and I have played, this was our 3rd tournament together. We played the PPA tournament in Minnesota last year, our first time together, and we got 3rd. And then we won in Green Bay about a month ago. And then this one, we were able to get 3rd. We meshed pretty well together.
Yeah.
And I would say it was fairly evenly matched. I think I was actually talking to Quinn and Zach yesterday when we were playing, and they were, I think, I don't want to say threatened by us, but they said we played them the best because we actually kept Zach involved.
Okay.
A lot of people will see, the pro, we don't want to hit him the ball, but we kept him involved and kind of wanted to keep it unpredictable with him and not let him know what was coming. And he doesn't get to control the game as much then.
Yeah.
So, he's so
That's
good
interesting.
and so
Wow.
fast that you can try and avoid him, but he's just going to be more aggressive with that and still take up 80% of the court and get to every ball. And then he's
kind of, if I remember, he's kind of a tall guy, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Or lanky and
he was a
can-
good basketball player in high
Yeah.
school. He's very athletic, very agile. So instead of trying to avoid him and then watching him just carve us up, we tried to keep him involved, go right at him. And it worked one of the times, but it's very tough to beat a good team twice. And that was the case. They beat us when it counted. We beat them when it didn't matter. So that's how it goes.
But you
sometimes.
always have that thing you can fall back on where you're like, I'm a news anchor. And you beat me by 2.
listen.
Nice try, Junior.
No, tons. I have so much respect for Zach and the work he puts in. And like I said,
You
it's
said
just,
that the other day too.
It's fun to play against really good people who he plays against better people.
Yeah.
And so to see the skills that he has and to try and take away a few things from him every time you're on the court and learn from that. I mean,
yeah,
you could come in and say, oh, you're some 21-year-old, I'm whatever, right? But I try and learn from anybody in anything, right? You can always learn from someone else. And
Right.
it's cool to play against him.
That's awesome. And there's nothing worse than I have 2 brothers. One is 6'7", the other one is 6'4". I'm
Sure.
the runt to the litter. I'm the oldest. I remember playing tennis against my brother. I was probably 25 and he was like 24. And he's so tall and he didn't even I'm working my butt off. I'm running and running. He's wearing jeans and he's pulling them up in between shots. And I'm like he beat me. And after I'm sweating like crazy. And I said, can you at least next time wear a belt?
Act like
to not humiliate me a
act
little
like
more.
you're trying a little bit here, man.
It's just awful. All right. So Emerson Lehman is here. We have a pickleball quiz. Are you game?
I'm game. I'm nervous, but I'm game.
Do fine.
We're ready to rock.
You have nothing. Listen, you played a pro to within 2 points. This will be a walk in the park.
We'll see.
All right, Emerson Lehman, WBAY morning show anchor, hanging out with us here at Nightlight in the studio. We always have so much fun. We're coming right back to give him the pickleball quiz. It's Pete Schwaba and Nightlight on the Civic Media Radio Network.
We learned more from a 3-minute record than we ever learned in school. Turn out to hear the neighborhood drum a sound and feel my heart begin to pound. So you're tired, just wanna close your eyes, follow your breakdown. And we made a promise, we swore we'd always remember. No retreat, taking our soldiers on a winner's night.
Schwaba to Alloway. This is 97.9 WGBW. While the teams get ready to choose their top draft pick, you can help Mino and the Mayor choose their top craft pick.
Northeast Wisconsin is home to amazing breweries, wineries, cideries, and distilleries, and we need your help picking the best.
We've drafted 10 of our favorites, but which local craft beverage creator will go to number 1? That's up to you. Top craft pick creators include Kerrigan Brothers Winery in Kaukauna, Stillmank Brewing Company in Green Bay, Old Station 31 Spirits in Dale, and Old Bavarian Brewing Company in Appleton. Vote for your favorite now by logging on WGBW.FM and click on Mino and the Mayor's Top Craft Pick. When you vote, you'll enter a random drawing to win $250 in gift cards from participating craft creators. Don't wait. Voting ends Friday, April 18th. Log on WGBW.FM and click on Mino and the Mayor's Top Craft Pick and vote right now. Mino and the Mayor's Top Craft Pick, drafting Northeast Wisconsin's finest one sip at a time.
UW-Madison is one of the country's leading hubs for supporting life-changing research and building a skilled workforce. An investment in UW-Madison helps make a healthier Wisconsin, build strong businesses, and win the war for workforce talent, not just at Madison, but across our entire state. Visit uwalumni.com/UW9 to tell your legislators to support UW-Madison in Wisconsin state budget. That's uwalumni.com/UW9. Paid for by the Wisconsin Alumni Association.
Farm Rescue makes sure that you aren't alone. They're there to extend the hand and to take the burden.
Even the most independent farmers need help sometimes, and asking for that help is protecting the future. Farm Rescue provides equipment and volunteers free of charge to assist in times of crisis. We're currently accepting applications for planting and haying assistance. If you or someone you know could use
Great to have you with me. It's a Friday night edition. We are barreling toward the weekend, folks. We've got so much show still coming up. Emerson Lehman is here. It's a Barr Band Friday night. Terry Barr will be here shortly with new tunes and great chat. Emerson Lehman is here in the studio. We always have a blast with our pal Emerson. So I was hoping we'd get a pickleball related text. This is Conrad's dad, actually. So
shout out Conrad's dad.
Absolutely.
It's a rhyme.
Pete, where Paula and I now live in Florida.
Oh boy.
Is on top of the world in Ocala. The top 3 activities are 1 golf, 3 18-hole courses, 2 pickleball, 27 courts, and 3 softball. Wow, that's interesting. Surprisingly, the most injuries occur playing pickleball, but I'll stick to golf for the time being. Okay, Steve. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, golf is, man, you get injured playing golf. You're doing something wrong.
Yeah, and we've actually done some stories on pickleball injuries, and the problem with it is some of the folks that pick up pickleball, they haven't done anything athletic in like 20 years.
Yeah.
And then they like, oh, I'm kind of good at this. And they take off and, you trip and maybe they don't have the strength to catch themselves like they used to. And they're
the dexterity
busting wrists or, knees. It's it's keeping orthopedic surgeons busy, I think.
And I don't know, like we played Frisbee Ultimate several years ago where I live with this little community. We have a community field, and it was right before COVID. And we played into COVID because it was kind of COVID friendly, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm not as young as I used to be, but you get out there and it's like you think you're in high school again. It's like, no, I'm going to dominate. It's like, no, you're not.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Young people playing can get hurt as well playing pickleball, but
for sure.
I think it's just I don't want to jinx anything here. I got to play a tournament tomorrow, but yeah, it's I think it's just that competitive nature in everybody. Everybody's got a little bit of competitive edge in them. I feel like, and when you're finding something that you're halfway decent at, it comes out really fast, and you got to kind of keep yourself in reality.
Is there a trash talking ever?
Oh, so much.
Oh, really?
So much. Yeah.
Oh God, I love this even more now.
Yeah.
So you like Larry Bird out there?
Zach and I had a good little chat going during our semifinals match.
Is it good natured, or is there a little heat?
I had to go up to him afterwards and give him a hug and be like, "Hey, buddy, you know we're cool. Like it's all right. We're good. Yeah, it's."
Oh my gosh,
it gets a little
hilarious.
And we're playing for a $3 medal. Like it is it necessary? Absolutely not. But
you just said you got 40 people around the court in Marinette, Wisconsin on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
So it's heated. It gets intense.
You get that competitive spirit, and when you're doing something and you're throwing that effort and you're giving that effort and you want to win, and sometimes the emotions get the best of you. But no, as long as you leave friendly with your friends, I think that's good. But when you're on the court, you're competing. So that's how it is.
All right. So Emerson Lehman is here. He is one of the anchors of the WBAY. See, I get that award thing mixed up. WBAY.
You got it.
Yeah, morning show.
You going to the WBAs? I don't want to throw you in the spot.
No.
Okay.
We had to submit a bunch of stuff, but they just sent back something, a file, an audio file of them laughing.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. Which is good. We like to get
we enjoy a laugh. Make a laugh track out of it.
But we want to give you this quiz. This
I'm ready.
quiz.
I'm ready.
Do that? Okay. So Emerson Lehman.
Do we got the bell or no?
WBAY. We got. Oh, buddy, we've upgraded.
Okay.
Oh boy. Wow. Speaking of concussion,
that's loud.
I may have turned it up just a little bit too much.
Down my headphones a little bit. All right. So
how many questions, and is it multiple choice?
It is multiple choice. There are 10 questions.
All right.
We may have to continue this on the other side of the news, but I think we should get started here because this is a great quiz. All right. You ready?
Yep.
Nite Lite pickleball quiz. Emerson Lehman contestant. What year was pickleball invented?
1965.
Oh, he didn't even need. Because I gotta activate the pen. Okay. Number 2. Where did the name pickleball come from? It was first played with pickles as a paddle. A. Conrad came up with this, by the way. B. Named after the inventor's dog Pickles. C. Named after Olympic champ pickleball Slacks McGee. D. The guy who invented it ate pickles while playing.
I'm going to question your authenticity on this quiz, Conrad, but I'm going to go with B for this answer.
Correct.
I don't think that's totally accurate, but that's fine.
I could believe it though.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it's
that might be part of it.
That
might be part of it. But
does it sound probable? That's all we're going for.
It sounds good.
Okay. 2 for 2. Number 3. How long, I think he meant, how long is the pickleball court? Is it A, 100 by 100, B, 60 by 20, C, 20 by 44, D, 5 by 5 feet?
20 by 44.
Boom. 3 for 3.
You think I'd play this sometimes, you know? Watch.
I think he's taunting us.
The next 7, I'm going down. It's going to be horrible.
We'll see. Number 4. What is the kitchen in pickleball? Is it A, the area near the net, B, where you wash your water bottles, C, middle of the court, D, the area where you serve?
That's where you wash your water bottles. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's the area by the net. Yeah. He dinged it before I even had the answer.
He knew. I think you guys are in cahoots, really. I think.
No, the water bottle thing, that's totally correct.
Okay.
I just washed my water bottle in the kitchen today. Yeah.
Number 5. Can you serve overhand? A, yes. B, yes, only after gaining a point. C, no. D, sometimes only if you are down 11 points.
I mean,
that's elaborate.
Yeah. It's no.
It is correct.
It is a no-go.
I kind of like that.
I should have been able to serve overhead against Zach, and maybe we would have had better luck next time.
All right. I think we're up for a rule change. We can get one more of these in before the news. All right, you got that one too. 5 for 5, buddy.
Here we go.
Great. Number 6, what sport is pickleball combined with? A, baseball, soccer, and F1 racing. B, football, golf, and water polo. C, volleyball, tennis, and high diving. D, tennis, badminton, and table tennis.
We'll go D.
We
already talked about that.
What happened?
I wanted to switch it up.
Oh, I don't like that. It's
you made me feel like I had it wrong for a second.
It's like total de-escalation. All right. Emerson Lehman is here. We're going to finish our pickleball quiz after the news. And we've got another fun game to play with him, too. You're here on a great night, folks. And it's a Barr Band Friday night. It's Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite on the Civic Media Radio Network.
We got to live
Listening to the Talk of Green Bay, WGBW, home of Mino and the Mayor.
The Dr. Kristen Lyerly Show.
This week, we are talking with Emmy award-winning journalist and Green Bay gal Kelly Peterson and Lana Nyland, founder and CEO of Ukrainian Patriot.
Saturday and Sunday afternoons at 3 on WGBW and WISS.
Rebel Eddies is your solution for auto detailing in Midwest Wisconsin. They specialize in top-tier services, including deep cleaning and detailing, paint corrections, ceramic coatings, wax oil undercoatings, window tinting, and more. And they take pride in delivering professional results every time. Rebel Eddies is family and veteran-owned and operated. Bookings are available as soon as 1 week. Call 920-671-8984 or visit rebeleddies.com. Rebel Eddies Detailing. Restore, protect, maintain.
Local radio for you and your community. It's Civic Media's mission with stations across Wisconsin. Find your favorites at civicmedia.us. This is 97.9 WGBW Denmark, Green Bay's real news and great conversation, a Civic Media radio station.
ABC News, I'm Dave Packer. Back from a trip to El Salvador, Senator Chris Van Hollen shared details of his conversation with Gilmar Abrego Garcia during his failed effort to bring him home.
He told me, and this was yesterday, that 8 days ago, so I guess 9 days ago from today, he was moved to another detention center in Santa Ana, where the conditions are better. But he said despite the better conditions, he still has no access to any news from the outside world.
President Trump today maintaining Garcia is a violent gang member despite him having no criminal convictions. This afternoon on the Florida State University campus, a vigil for the victims of the mass shooting that left 2 people dead and 6 others injured. Multiple reports that Ford has stopped shipping the F-150 Raptor, Mustang Bronco, and Lincoln Navigator to China as tariffs on U.S. imports soar. This is ABC News.
Do you have some old books lying around and you don't really know what to do with them? I have just the thing for you. Hey, it's Amanda with another new Wisco 411 for you, brought to you by Area 509 in Appleton. And you can join the Flower Bar and Book Swap at Hello Honey Floral on Wednesday, April 23rd from 5 till 8 p.m. Basically, if you have some old books lying around, bring them in and find some new ones to take home. Plus, there's going to be a flower bar where you can create your own bouquet by the stem. Go ahead, check it out by going to wgbw.fm and clicking events.
For 97.9 WGBW News, I'm Lisa Hale. The Brown County Public Health Department has installed 6 freestanding sharps containers throughout the village of Ashwaubenon in preparation for the NFL draft, which is coming to the area next week. In a press release, they stated the containers will provide a secure and responsible way to dispose of needles, syringes, and other sharps, thereby helping to keep public spaces clean and safe. The containers will be removed the Monday following the draft. After the closure of the Regional Head Start office in Chicago, which serves Wisconsin, Senator Tammy Baldwin is looking for answers. Civic Media's Jimmy Kuska has more.
Head Start centers in Wisconsin have received less money so far in 2025 compared to the same period of time as last year. Senator Tammy Baldwin said that so far, $34.5 million has been sent out so far this year. Last year at this time, nearly $70 million had been provided. Baldwin said that the 50% decrease in funding for Wisconsin Head Start centers is part of the Trump administration's strategy to defund the program to the tune of nearly $1 billion nationwide, causing some centers to close.
There are nearly 300 Head Start centers in Wisconsin serving about 15,000 children. A recent report from the Wisconsin Policy Forum has found that nearly 40% of the school referendum questions posed in the April election were similar to previously proposed questions. 94 referendums were proposed on the April ballot, with a little more than half of them being approved. According to the report, 36 of those 94 referendum questions were attempts by districts to pass a referendum that had narrowly failed in a previous election. The report also found...
Is it Dane time? Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports. The Bucks face the Pacers in the playoffs tomorrow at noon. Damian Lillard able to practice after dealing with deep vein thrombosis the past month. The story on ESPN.
I'm told he is still out game one. He's going to use the next several days to ramp up. But this is really a remarkable recovery for Damian Lillard, a guy a lot of people thought maybe would not even have came back.
Bucks head coach Doc Rivers.
It's not like he's been injured and working out. He's been injured without working out. That's hard.
Baseball tonight, the Brewers host the A's. In Green Bay, the NFL draft is next week. Will Jair Alexander be back with the Pack? Jordan Love.
That's a great question. Shout out to Ja, see what the deal is. But, Ja, he's got his own world going on. I'm going to let him handle his business and see what's going on. But that's my guy right there. He's definitely a player we need back. Just the play style he plays with and who he is on the field. I mean, that's a guy we need.
That's Packers quarterback Jordan Love. With sports, I'm Mike Clemens.
Your news, conversations, and a whole lot of fun. It's all on your local Civic Media radio station or the Civic Media app.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Mostly cloudy, maybe a shower tonight, a low in the upper 30s. Mostly sunny and a high in the mid-50s for Saturday. Increasing clouds Sunday, showers developing, high temperatures in the mid-50s. Showers continue Sunday night and linger on into Monday morning. Currently at 62 degrees.
The Todd Albaugh Show.
More than 600 international students and recent grads have had their visas revoked. Here's people that are here 100% legally. We've seen the ICE checklist. Do you wear a Chicago Bulls hoodie? Do you have a tattoo? Check, gone. Again, this is about due process and following the Constitution. And if we don't have that, then none of us are safe.
The Todd Albaugh Show, moving soon to its new time. Weekdays 2 to 4 on Civic Media and on the app. Amicus, a law review with Jim Santel.
Ross calling in.
Thanks for your show. I'm just wondering if we're watching or witnessing a legal system where what we thought was precedent is now going to be sort of cast away.
The reality is the question that you raise about the future and what are the implications when in fact the things we understood always to be bedrocks of our community, of our nation, are no longer that.
Amicus, a law review, Saturday mornings from 9 to 11. John Mino and Jim Schmidt.
On Monday's show, Brittany Merlot gives us a draft forecast, and Dean Bruce from Lindy Sports Magazine gives us his thoughts on the big.
Broadcasting live from the Civic Media Studios in Green Bay, this is Night Light with Pete Schwaba, your inside source on everything entertainment from Wisconsin to Hollywood. And now, a guy who never leaves the house without wearing a cup, Pete Schwaba.
Listen, if you're playing pickleball, you wear a cup during pickleball? You ever take one of the seeds?
I have not worn a cup. Yes to the second question. And then you're wishing you had, but yeah, you got to watch out, man. You got to have fast hands, especially when you're standing at the kitchen line.
Yeah, right. You're up there.
Washing your water bottles.
We were just talking about wiffle ball. And they put tape on the wiffle balls when we would fast pitch them.
Yeah.
I took one right in the cheek, and they're coming in at 90 miles an hour.
Oh, dude, I wear glasses. I wear protective glass.
That's
I gotta
smart.
be able to see for my job, man. I'm not taking a wiffle ball off the face, and no thanks. I'm good.
You can't show up doing the news with a big shiner,
big black eye. Yeah.
Leon from Oshkosh in the last hour. That's the 920. He says, "Enter Sandman by Motorhead." That's the one used by the Sandman in ECW, which is wrestling. And when Rich Locascio is on next week, we'll ask him about that. Because I think I need some intro music too for my wrestling character.
There we go.
I could see you being a wrestler.
Could you see that?
Yeah.
I could see me losing. I mean, but
he's still stepping in the ring. That's all that matters.
Here's the thing about fighting. You can always get a lucky shot in. You never know.
Yeah.
It's anybody's game. So
quick little elbow and it's a whole different situation.
Not with me in wrestling. All right. Folks, our question of the night is, what is your favorite sports-related song? We've heard We Are the Champions, We Will Rock You, Glory Days. We've got The Sandman, Jump Around is another big one. Conrad's favorite was Banging the Drum.
Yep.
Back Home Again in Indiana.
What's that one?
They sing it before the Indy 500 every year.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Which is next month. Very excited. And it is the year after COVID when fans weren't allowed in the stands.
Right.
I think I almost cried during Back Home Again in Indiana when
you first heard
when
it
I was
again?
back there again. Yeah, I was like fighting back the tears.
That's awesome.
It's my favorite day of the year. So yeah, that's a good one.
So that's a new one. We haven't heard that
There
one
you
yet.
go.
That's
You
a great
probably
one.
won't hear that one again from anybody
No,
else.
but
so.
listen, any sport too. I mean, there are no rules to anytime we do our question of the night, but that's great. Okay, so share your favorite sports-related song. It's a Barr Band Friday night. Terry Barr will be here at 7:35. She's got two great artists too. I heard both the songs. Well, one is a song, the other one's like a half a song.
Yeah, both great.
Both outstanding. And Terry is so much fun to talk to. So right now, we are in the throes of another fun segment here with our guest, Emerson Lehman.
I need, 4 more to be perfect?
You need, you're 6 for 6, right, Conrad? Yeah, 6 for 6.
Yep.
And you got no more bell, though. I think we moved past the bell, right? We're in the big leagues now.
Okay.
Give us the.
Conrad looked disappointed about that.
He hasn't been. He hasn't had to do the which is obnoxious. Oh, that's not too bad because you turned it down last night. I thought my ears were bleeding. All right, so Emerson Lehman, we're going to finish the quiz. He's got 4 more questions. He's 6 for 6 in our Nite Lite pickleball quiz. Here's number 7. Who is currently ranked number 1 in men's singles in the PPA? Do you need to hear the options?
I'm going to need the options for this one.
You're going to get this so easily. A, Con the Brute Krieger. D, Federico
Straxrud. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the answer, but I want to hear the other ones.
All right. C, Pete the Snail Schwaba. Or D, Zane Ford.
I'm still going to go Federico.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like how Conrad gave himself a cool nickname, the Brute.
The Brute.
It's like the last time I asked him to do one of these. 'Cause
I feel bad. I made Conrad do extra work on a Friday, but
no, that's all right. We like our quizzes. Number 8. What is pickleball played to? A, 21, B, 7, C, 50, dear God, or D, 11?
That would be a lot. 50 would be a lot.
Would be a lot.
I didn't even answer Conrad.
11. You were gonna get
11.
You got that one right. 8 for 8, crushing it. Number 9. What was the original purpose of pickleball? A, another addition for school sports. B, tennis is a big game, so they cut it in half.
Fair. Honestly, fair.
You have to at least make it sound like it's from an actual rule, Conrad. C, summer activity for kids. Or D, a game so adults can drink and play.
It was the founders of it, they wanted to keep their kids busy. So I'm going to say it was the kids' answer, C.
Yeah, you got to keep kids busy. They can't sell drugs all day. You got to have another outlet.
You want to give them better, more positive outlets in the world. Yes.
All right, so 9 for 9, buddy.
I feel proud. I shouldn't though, because some of these ones have been gimmies. Thank you, Conrad. I appreciate that. But let's see. Let's get number 10.
I have a feeling you're going to get this one. Number 10. Where was pickleball invented? Was it A, Kewaskum, Wisconsin? B, Bainbridge Island, Washington?
That one. Feel free, Conrad. Anytime.
I wanted the other answers.
What are the other ones?
Yeah. Powder. C, Bushwood Country Club. Gambling is illegal at Bushwood, sir. And D, Gotham, Wisconsin. Is that a town?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, Washington gets that one. I want to go out there. I want to see the island. Like they have the original court. With
Do they?
A sign there? Yeah. I want to go out there. That's on the bucket list.
It's like a statue of Tommy Bainbridge looking over the pickleball court, like
with a paddle in hand, ready to go. Yeah.
Wooden paddle, old school. All right. Do we have a parting gift? We got to get some gifts.
There's some water in the fridge.
Did we already blow through?
I love hydration.
Our
huge hydration guy.
You're a big fan.
We got a lot of pens too.
We got pens. That's true. This is awesome, dude. You crushed our pickleball quiz. 10 for 10.
10 for 10.
Yeah. And we didn't know like what level, like, because you're a good pickleball player, but that doesn't mean you.
That does not mean you know what's
I like
going
to watch
on.
football. I don't know. Sometimes the rules. I'm
no,
like,
I was a little because you're coming in, people expect, you better go 10 out of 10.
Right.
I was kind of set up for failure there. If you get 10 out of 10, good, you should have. If you didn't,
Yeah.
Wow, dude.
But you jumped in feet first. So it was great. So
Ready.
like if that's something you didn't score perfectly on, would your colleagues at WBAY have given you a hard time?
My pickleball friends would have definitely given me a
Yeah.
hard time because I know quite a few of them are listening in right now.
Okay.
I had people send me a picture of you on their TV screen. Shout out Tanya Valenta. They're watching Nightlight up in Marinette right now.
nice.
So the hometown representing.
Represent my homies. So we've got a text from PJ who says, so pickleball can be a brutal sport. Note taken.
Yeah, PJ.
But you don't want to scare people away.
No.
Right?
Come hang out. Very welcoming.
Al from Madison says, what was the answer to how did pickleball get its name? I missed it. That was
The dog, right?
Yeah,
Pickles?
well, there's two schools of thought there.
Yeah,
so,
we'll go with Conrad's though. I don't want to
guy named
Step on
Sport
Conrad's
after his
quiz.
dog Pickles.
Yeah.
So he called it pickleball, which makes, let's be honest, no sense at all.
Bet it was a great dog,
But
but
it's-
it's probably a golden retriever.
True. He did his dog proud.
Yeah. Pickles lives on.
Oh, Conrad, what's that? How do we say that name again? This is Lillerv. I'm sorry, texter Lillerv on the stream says, Queen, we are the champions. Were you looking out the window like you thought I was talking about someone passing by? Or... All right. Emerson Lehman is here, folks. He is one of the hosts of the WBAY morning show here in Green Bay. He does great work. You worked in Milwaukee before that. You're a staple in the community now, and this is pretty cool. You've got this new segment that you do that you took over, Small Towns with Emerson Lehman. What's coming up on that?
Really been enjoying that. It's been quite the journey after taking over in January. Got to meet some really incredible people, share some cool stories so far. Coming up, so this coming week is draft week, so going to be showcasing, actually staying right here in Green Bay. Usually we haven't done a Small Towns Green Bay, but compared to a lot of other cities in the nation, Green Bay is pretty small. So going to be highlighting the automobile gallery, the Bart Starr MVP car that's on display there for folks that can go check it out during the draft. That's really a really neat piece of NFL history, Packers history. So really cool to share that. We actually did a story on the Marinette pickleball tournament, the people who run it, Ryan and Kim. So we had the TV crew out there before you showed up on Saturday.
Okay.
And so that's going to be airing May 1st, I believe. That's the Thursday that week. So the week
Sweet.
after the draft. Really looking forward to sharing that one. And yeah, just some really cool stories coming up this summer too that I'm really excited to share. But it's so fun for me being from a small town to be able to go out to all these other communities and just seeing the passion and the pride that they have in the different events, the different people, the different nonprofits that make up these communities and make them so special, to be able to shine a spotlight on that and let, tens of thousands of people get to learn about it and hopefully bring more awareness to it. That's a pretty big privilege. So I enjoy it.
Where are you at now? You're from a small town, like you just said, Kewaskum, and you've lived in bigger cities now. Is that something like, are you ever going back to the small town, or are you kind of like, I like the vibe in the city? We're you're still a young guy. You got tons of time to figure it out.
Yeah,
but...
I'm very much a go with the flow kind of thing.
Okay.
I really enjoyed living in Wausau. That was my first job out of college, and that's it's a growing community, but smaller than Green Bay or Milwaukee. I went to Milwaukee, lived in the city, and absolutely loved that. Really enjoyed being here in Green Bay and kind of the change in pace it is here. So I just, go with the flow, see what kind of opportunities are presented to me. And I'm never one to not at least explore an opportunity or hear things out. But I love being here in Green Bay. I've really, really enjoyed living here more than I was expecting to. So this is a really cool city. I recommend it to a lot of people. I try and get friends to come and visit. So I see myself being here for a while.
And you live only an hour from Marinette, which you probably didn't anticipate.
Even better. Yeah. I don't have to drive 3 hours to play one tournament and drive back again. So that's great.
So what's going on with the draft? How does that affect your job?
So
what are your
excited
thoughts
for
on
the draft, man. I'm so pumped. So we're actually going to be live out at the Great North Commons next week, amplified by Bell and Health Studio at the Great North Commons. We're going to be broadcasting our morning show live out there, weather permitting. But we've got some contingencies in place, hopefully. So Monday through Friday of next week, my co-anchor Tammy Elliott and I will be out there. We're gonna have some live guests coming on, just getting Green Bay excited, right? Draft week's here. It's 6 days, 5.5 days away now.
Right.
We're pumped, man. It's gonna be the biggest event this city has ever seen. I was in Detroit last year And I don't think people understand how huge this is. Like, it is going to be just remarkable, the experience for people. I mean, my family's coming up next weekend to come experience it. It'll be fun to have some of them in town, go hang out with some friends out there too. But it's going to be a very busy work week, but it's going to be a fun work week. So really, really excited for that. People should definitely tune into Action 2 News this morning and Action 2 News throughout the draft, because we'll have our evening team out there too. There's just going to be a lot of really cool coverage.
That sounds like a blast. That's like one of those events too. You're excited probably more than
I'm so
other
excited.
things sometimes.
Yeah, like
that's so
I'm
cool.
already excited for work on Monday morning.
Yeah.
Like, let's get this rolling, man. It's going to be great.
All right, Emerson is here. Can we keep you for another segment? You want to
Absolutely.
take another quiz?
I'm ready for it. Let's
All right.
go.
Coming
Can't
up next,
promise it'll be perfect again.
he's going to take our quiz called This Just In or This Just In, where he has to decide if it's a real news story or a fake. That's coming up next with our pal Emerson here on Nightlight with Pete Schwaba on the Civic Media Radio Network.
You're listening to the Talk of Green Bay, WGBW, home for the Todd Allball Show.
Picture waking up to stunning waterfront views on Lake Michigan with private beach access right outside your door. Can you see it? Make it a reality and book a vacation rental in Door County, Wisconsin, and discover a world of natural beauty and relaxation. Explore charming small towns full of arts, shopping, and history. Head out for boating, kayaking, and hiking in scenic parks, or stop and sip local wines at Door County's best wineries and breweries. What kind of trip are you planning? Find your perfect Door County getaway today at simpleliferentals.com.
Mark your calendars for heart-pumping, exhilarating action at the 2025 Queen Marinette's Run the River Powerboat Races in Marinette, Wisconsin on June 7th and 8th. The action will be nonstop as these high-octane boats reach speeds of over 105 miles per hour. Races kick off on Saturday and Sunday at 12:30 p.m. and run throughout the day. Free for the whole family, this is the perfect summertime weekend getaway. For more information, head to fishonmarinette.com and click on the events page.
I'm Dan Schaefer. Let's recombobulate. In recent months, Milwaukee health officials have uncovered significant lead hazards in city schools, mostly due to lead-based paint. Several schools have now been closed as the problem has been found to be more widespread. In late March, city officials formally requested help from the CDC, but in doing so, they learned that the CDC's entire lead program had been eliminated by Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. This is a major problem. Children in the state's largest city are being exposed to lead poisoning at their schools, and the Trump administration is not only refusing to provide assistance, they are eliminating the entire lead program that would help in cases like this one. Now, state and local officials must step up to do something for these kids, since Trump and RFK Jr. are gutting federal support. Milwaukee's children deserve better.
Fine.
Honey, you are my shining star. Don't you go away.
He's talking about Dan Schaefer, and he is going to come on the show probably in the next 2 weeks. We're going to have a little Wire discussion about the show, The Wire, and that will be fun. And yeah, I highly recommend that show.
I need to watch it. I've heard that from a few people now.
It's great. This is Nightlight with Pete Schwaba. Welcome back. Emerson Lehman is here. We've got Emerson for a few more, or you can stay the whole time if you want. I don't know if you have plans. You're kind of a man about town, so we don't have no pressure. But
we'll get through this next quiz.
We won't kick you out. We've got 7 more quizzes for Emerson tonight, folks. So
7 more quizzes?
No, I'm kidding. We have.
I thought I graduated.
Yeah,
I barely graduated, but I graduated.
I thought it's a sleeping bag. All right, this is a game we came up with, and we'll send you out on a high note because I think at the very least this will be fun.
Yeah, I like that.
It's called This Just In or This Just In.
Did you write both of those in the title? Like This Just In question mark? Or
like this?
You did? Okay,
like
perfect.
Question mark.
That's
so
great.
Is this a news story or real news story or fictitious? All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right. Emerson Lehman, this is the first, we're making radio history. We've never given a quiz to the same person twice.
Twice in one show.
It seems like every night we make history. All right. So, number 1, baseball player Bryce Harper recently used a blue bat as a gender reveal tactic. This just in or this just in?
So, this just in is the real.
Yeah.
This just in.
Nice. 1 for 1. This is really emasculating. He's 11 for 11 tonight. All right. Number 2, the Food and Drug Administration is planning to end its routine safety inspections. This just in? Or this just in?
This just in? Question mark.
That is true, sadly. He finally got one wrong. So,
okay. Well, oops.
They might outsource it to state and local officials. So, but yeah, that is.
So it's not really ending. They're outsourcing. Okay, yeah.
The Food and Drug Administration is.
Yes.
You know,
I won't hit you with the tech.
Okay.
It's
You want a
It's
challenge?
fine. No, we're good. It's good. I got to be better.
All right, number 3, Emerson Lehman got his first one wrong all night. He's crushing these quizzes. School children in Canada yesterday had a red, white, and blue water balloon fight at the end of the day in an effort to get the attention of their American schoolyard counterparts as a show of unity. This just in? Or this just in?
I feel like it's way too cold right now in Canada to be having a water balloon fight. This just in?
That is correct.
All right.
Actually, I wrote that question. I'm like, God, it is kind of cold.
That's what I'm using. Context clues.
Yes, that's bad. All right, so you got that one too. All right, 2 for 3 so far. Oh, I'm upset with myself.
That's all right.
Number 4, Russian President Vladimir Putin recently revealed that part of the reason he is in such good shape despite his age is due to pickleball.
This just in?
And 3 jazzercise classes a week. This just in? Or this just in?
This just in? Correct. All right.
I couldn't sell you.
I could, if you would have said anything but pickleball,
Yeah.
I might have contemplated a little bit, but
take a memo.
You're playing to your audience. I appreciate that.
Okay, right. All right, so that one. So he's 3 for 4, right?
Yeah.
I'm still mad about that second one, but that's fine. That's fine.
Number 5. A helicopter flying over Warden Park in Detroit dropped hundreds of marshmallows to waiting children below who scooped them up eagerly. This just in? Or this just in?
I feel like that's weird enough that it would be real. So this just in.
Very
Marshmallows
nicely
are the
done.
new Easter egg this year.
Well, here's why I thought that was so crazy. But apparently my line was, don't worry, folks. The marshmallows weren't for eating. They were just to be collected. And then they exchanged them for a prize.
Okay. I mean, you could take those home and dye them, right?
Probably a
Right,
sanitary marshmallow that
Yeah.
they could eat. Yeah.
Oh, well.
So that's good. All right. So, wow. All right. Ready?
Yeah.
All right. We got 3 more.
Here we go.
I think we can do this. Let's LFG. Easter is a holiday celebrated by Christians all over the world, but it was recently revealed that the actual name Easter belonged to an early East Coast pilgrim practitioner named John David Easter. This just in? Or this just in?
This just in.
No.
Yeah.
Down.
Yeah, got
it wrong.
Yeah. I think you got it right.
You think Easter's named after a guy named John
That's
David
the
Easter?
Kewaskum Brotherhood right there. that's the respect.
I say he's right, and I don't care if he is or not. No, that one was fake.
All right. That's fair.
You could buy that. John David Easter. That sounds like a pilgrim name, right?
easily. And you sold that very well the way you read it too.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, that was good.
Appreciate that. Now I feel a little better.
Good.
All right. Number.
Here to gas you up.
Number 7. 5 for 6, correct?
No.
5 for 7.
5 for 7. Yeah.
Well, we're on number 7.
Then 4 for 6.
4 for 6. I'm sorry. Okay. Number 7. Former pseudo rapper Robert Van Winkle, also known as Vanilla Ice, is now in a sales position at a Relax the Back store in Detroit. This just in? Or this just in?
I hope it's this just in. I really do.
Is that your answer?
Yeah.
It's this just in?
I can see Ice Ice Baby making
Selling
it in the business
chairs?
world. Yeah. You got to make it work, man.
He just kind of saunters and does his moves around
I'd
the
buy
store.
a chair from him.
I would
Like,
too.
Yeah, absolutely. That could be successful.
And as much of a laughingstock as he was back in the day, like that song is sampled so much.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool.
he's
though
he's got to be he's making plenty of
I
money
would
off
think,
that.
although he sampled it from Under Pressure. So
True.
It's not like it's an original piece. All right. Number 8, final question for our pal Emerson Lehman. A court in the UK recently found 6 men guilty of stealing a gold toilet. This just in?
This just in.
This just in. That is correct.
And on a high note,
in a related story, one of Donald Trump's toilets is missing. All right. Hey, great job.
Hey, we ended it on a positive.
I think so too.
Always a pleasure being here, and really appreciate you guys.
This is fun. Good luck with small towns. With
Thank you
Emerson
very
Lehman.
much.
You're going
Appreciate
to
that.
crush the draft, crush it tomorrow at pickleball. I'm kind of in awe of you. I'm going to be honest.
It's always a pleasure, my friend. Always a blast.
Emerson Lehman, ladies and gentlemen. When we come back after the news, we'll read more of your texts about what your favorite sports-related song is, and then we will have Terry Barr here for Barr Band Friday night. It's Nightlight with Pete Schwaba on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Myself in love with you. If I could find my reason there, I'll pay to lose. One half won't do. Ask myself, how much do you commit yourself? It's my love, don't you forget. It's my love, it never ends.
You're listening to the Talk of Green Bay, WGBW, home for Matinee on Air.
You can always continue the conversation on social media. Share your thoughts when you find and follow Civic Media on Facebook, X, and Instagram.
For 97.9 WGBW News, I'm Lisa Hale. 63-year-old Martin Scheidermeyer, who said he'd rather be in jail than homeless, was sentenced to 5 years in prison this week for robbing a Wells Fargo branch in Appleton in January. The judge also ordered him to have a mental health evaluation once he's released on extended supervision. Town halls have been a point of contention over the past few months. When Republicans have held them, they're often met with boos and protesters, or they're not held in person at all. Civic Media's Savannah Tomei Olson has that story.
Representative Derek Van Orden of Wisconsin's 3rd Congressional District claims these aren't his constituents. He says they're paid agitators. The leader of congressional campaigns at the Republican Party has told GOP legislators to stop hosting them in the first place. There's even a Wisconsin nonprofit stepping in to give people a platform to demand town halls from their lawmakers. Democrat Mark Pocan held a town hall in Monroe Wednesday night. He says it's the largest crowd he's ever had. Hundreds of people were there. They were asking about the decisions of the Trump administration and demanding Democrats do more. Pocan said being in your district in person is a basic part of the job.
Not even the 101 of your job, like the basic level of your job is going to Washington and representing the values of your constituents and then explaining Washington back home. Those are the two things that every member should have to do. And if you don't have town halls, you're kind of missing out on that big part of getting the input from your constituents. Because I know a lot of people do telephone town halls. I did a few during COVID, but they're kind of BS.
Pocan says he's also been asked to speak at town halls in other states, but he's focusing on his district first. For Civic Media News, I'm Savannah Tomei Olson.
I'm Lisa Hale, 97.9 WGBW News. For news anytime, log on to WGBW.FM.
On your entertainment beat, I'm Pete Schwaba. Nate Bargatze's star continues to rise. The comedian is selling out theaters and has multiple TV and film projects in the pipeline. As it turns out, he wasn't busy enough, so he will host the 77th Emmy Awards broadcast. Bargatze calls the gig a huge honor to host such an iconic awards show and added that he is beyond excited to work with CBS to create a night that can be enjoyed by families around the world. You might not have heard Amanda Bynes' name in a while, but the former child star is excited to announce that she is now on OnlyFans. That's right, the What a Girl Wants star says fans can interact with her for just $50 a month. But hold on, perverts, there is a catch. Bynes says she will not offer any racy content. I know what you're thinking. I already pay OnlyFans thousands of dollars a month to watch attractive women bake cookies and read scripture. Good luck, Amanda. For more showbiz fun, tune into Nightlight with me, Pete Schwaba, weeknights from 6 to 8 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Enjoying this local program? Find the complete Civic Media lineup at civicmedia.us or the Civic Media app.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Mostly cloudy, maybe a shower tonight, a low in the upper 30s. Mostly sunny and a high in the mid-50s for Saturday. Increasing clouds Sunday, showers developing, high temperatures in the mid-50s. Showers continue Sunday night and linger on into Monday morning. It's 60 right now.
Reviewing the week's legal news with a friend of the court.
Well, I'm looking forward to Saturday morning. I haven't missed one. Outstanding, just like being in school.
It has been a week in the areas of law and government and the aspiration for justice in America. As always, I am delighted. I am honored that you have chosen to spend some of your weekend time with me in discussion.
Amicus, a law review with Jim Santel. Saturday mornings from 9 to 11.
I'm Tony Goldwyn. As an actor and a director, I attend a lot of screenings, but there's one that's different. It's important. And
Can you hear me okay? Do you know?
Hey, Terry, can I just hear your mic quick?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, sounds good.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Time to check out original music with Barr Band Friday on Nightlight. Now, your host, Pete Schwaba, and special guest, Terry Barr.
Welcome back. All right. Another fun Friday here at Nightlight. Great to have you with me. I am Pete Schwaba. We are in our last, it's the fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen, of a long week and a great show because it's a Barr Band Friday night. And that can only mean one thing. Our pal, Terry Barr, brings new music and killer conversation. How are you, Terry?
Hello, Pete Schwaba. How are you? I'm good.
Doing great.
Thank you.
I'm so glad to hear that. I'm excited to have you here. And was it just last week? No, 2 weeks ago, we were in Madison Live. You were in the studio.
2
with
weeks
me.
ago
Yeah.
already. Yeah.
Wow, time flies. Okay,
You're
so
coming
how
back
are you?
soon.
Yes, next week I'll be there. Are we going to be able to line something up, do you think?
Oh, I think I can.
Oh, I know you. You're like, you got all the sweet hookups. You know, every person who plays an instrument in Wisconsin.
You do pretty all right yourself, young man.
Yeah, thanks to you when it comes to music, certainly. Hey, speaking of music, do you have a favorite sports-related song?
Wow. It's probably the typical that other people would say, the jump around.
Yeah.
You know what comes to mind though, and I was thinking about this the other day with the stories I'm working on for the NFL draft. I remember when the Packers were going to go to the Super Bowl in the 90s and standing on the field, because I worked for the Fox station in Green Bay at that time. I think, is it the Natalie Merchant song, These Are the Days?
Oh,
Do you
yeah. Oh,
remember
great
that
song. Yeah.
That song was blasting in Lambeau Field, and I locked eyes with none other than Reggie White.
Oh,
He
wow.
was just bouncing his head to the song. And that's one of those, I just think about him and that song as a beautiful sports moment. I don't know if it's
Oh,
the
what a-
music, but just a really
That's a
cool moment.
great story. Yeah. You know what that reminds me of is when what I love about Jump Around that you just mentioned is when the other team on the sidelines, they're doing it too. Like all the players are doing it. The opposing team loves being at Camp Randall. They're doing it. Those moments in sports are just great. And that moment you just shared, especially with Reggie White, who just by all accounts was such a great guy, great sports moment. So
Thank you. But thanks for asking. Yeah. Do you have a favorite?
I do. Mine is Eye in the Sky. When I was in my 20s doing stand-up in Chicago, I was part of a Chicago Bulls season ticket pack. I got like 6 games a year with a bunch of guys, and we would see, they would introduce Michael Jordan and they'd play Eye in the Sky by Alan Parsons Project with this spine-tingling music. It was incredible. That's mine. And then Jump Around is a close second, I will say. And then Bridget on the text line from the 818 just said one I forgot about, Eye of the Tiger. That's a big sports song too. Yeah, with Survivor. So
Yes, I forgot about that one too. But when that comes on, everybody's going to be moving around and grooving to it.
trying to get in shape. Yeah, excellent. And Conrad's is jump in the crowd.
What?
He just wants to bang on the drum all day. He has another Pack
there
related
you
song.
go.
So you got that. You got Go Pack Go. You got your. I would not have equated Natalie Merchant, or that's a great song, but I wouldn't have equated it with sports. But it was like the soundtrack to a great moment you had, and I think that's spectacular.
Yes. Well, and it was the build up that season. They were playing so well. They made it all the way through the playoffs, and that was the last playoff game. And they're going to the Super Bowl. And someone had that brilliant idea to play that song over the loudspeaker, and it just hit at the right moment. Yeah.
That's perfect. All right. So Barman Friday night. Shall we dive right in? You got a big show coming up tomorrow too. I love that both your songs you sent, you're going to also talk about tomorrow night on Max Inc. Radio.
Yes, we are.
So
it's
that's
going to
pretty
be
cool.
a jam-packed show, and I'm really looking forward to it. We're starting to get back to some normalcy. Rocker's feeling good. For people who didn't know, he had a heart attack in January, but he's starting to rock it again. So it's good to see.
That's fantastic. He was great when he was on the show a couple of weeks ago. Conrad and I were talking about. He just sounds like his old self, and he was a lot of fun to talk to.
Yeah, I agree. It's great to see. Mm-hmm.
So this is kind of a cool band. Should we start with PTO?
Sure, let's do it.
Power Takeoff? Okay, so tell us all about Power Takeoff.
This is a new band, but a very seasoned band. Basically, everyone in this band has been in another project that has done really well. The lead singer, Scotty Tice, if you ever have heard of the Weisenheimers, hot band out of Wisconsin.
Love that name.
In the 80s, 90s.
Okay.
Very popular. They couldn't hold it together, though, which is, always that disappointment. Oh, they're breaking up. Are you kidding? Boo. Well, he is the singer, and his son is on drums. And then we've got another young man, a son of a guitar player from another band, is in this band. And then you've got two other young guys who also have family that are musicians in other big bands. So it's almost one of these, all from different bands, from different families that have music connections. And now they've come together to almost form this little super group.
Wow. It's like the Wisconsin version of the Traveling Wilburys, right? Or something like that.
Gosh, I love those guys.
That's
But
so
you're right.
great.
This really is the song that you're going to hear is their first original new release. And this song already hit number 29 on this chart called the Secondary Market Rock Chart.
Okay.
And I guess to put it into perspective, Linkin Park, the band, has some new music out as well. One of Linkin Park's songs is at number 24.
Oh, wow.
So this band's song is quickly crawling up, and who knows what's going to happen.
All right. Well, why don't we? The song is called Do You Wanna? It's Power Takeoff. And they can be heard tomorrow.
Yep.
Are they going to play? You said they're on at 8 o'clock. Are they going to? Okay. Oh,
from
nice.
8 until 9 o'clock. So they will be
Very
live in
cool.
the studio. They're going to be jamming. And we hope you will join us to have all the fun with us.
Here is a little sample of what you can hear tomorrow night on Max Inc. Radio at 8 o'clock. It's Power Takeoff and Do You Wanna?
I am Mr. Apprehensive, waited for so long. But tonight it seems that I found free. Here I go through the motion, and I've waited for so long. And I hope this is not a mistake. Do you wanna go out tonight? Wanna go out tonight with me? Do you wanna go out tonight? Wanna go out tonight with me? I can't pick you up at 9 and take this town away. And you know that I'm one who will care. Roll across the highway and we never will return. And I hope that I'm already there. Do you wanna go out tonight? Wanna go out tonight with me? Do you wanna go out tonight? Wanna go out tonight with me? We can sing Don't Stop Believing, it's America's favorite song. Maybe hold your hand while singing till the break of dawn. I can pick you up at night and take this town away. And you know that I'm one who will care. Roll across the highway and we never will return. And I hope that you're already there. Do you wanna go out tonight? Wanna go out tonight with me? Do you wanna go out tonight? Wanna go out tonight with me? Do you wanna go out tonight? Wanna go out tonight with me? Do you wanna go out tonight? Wanna go out tonight with me?
Woo! That's just straight up rock.
It is. And it's catchy, isn't it? You
Yeah.
can see why it might make it on the charts to radio play because you want to sing along to it once you know all the words.
It's like I listened to it a couple times on the way down today, and I love at the end when he says, "Go out tonight with me." Like they go up. It's just a great energy. And that's for those of you listening that didn't hear Terry before. That's father, son, Scotty and Aiden, right? And it says on their website, father and son, loud and proud, bringing the noise one stage at a time. I love that.
There you go. Boy, and
Yeah.
they're living up to it, which is awesome.
So fun. So tell us, where do they tour? Are they just primarily, it looks like they spend a lot of time in Nashville, but are they kind of touring around Wisconsin a lot too?
They are planning to this summer. One of the first big shows that they're going to do is at Broadfest. That's the big Memorial Day weekend music and broad festival in Madison.
Okay.
They are playing Friday, May 23rd, and they are going to be one of the openers for Ace Frehley,
Oh,
the
wow.
original guitar player from Kiss.
That's your guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is going to be quite the night, that Friday night of Broadfest in Madison.
That's so fun. Terry Barr is here, folks. It's a Bar Band Friday night. Tune in tomorrow night to her show, Max Inc. Radio, where you can hear what we just heard at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. There's an interview with they're on the website. It says PTO. Do they go by that or Power Takeoff? What do they prefer, one or the other?
I think it's the PTO. Yeah.
Okay.
You say Power Takeoff, and then you say PTO. PTO just sticks too.
Yeah.
Kind of like the words in that song. So,
Well, and when I was Googling them, I put in Power Takeoff and all this like Hemi stuff came up for engines. And I'm like, no, I don't think that's. All right. So catch them tomorrow night with Terry Barr and Rocker on Max Inc. Radio. And now tell us about Doozy. This is fun.
this is really fun. This is a rocker find, my co-host with Max Inc. Radio. And he's been searching for this band for a couple of weeks, knowing the NFL draft is just 6 days away. Isn't that incredible?
Yeah.
Doozy went to the Packers and then ended up going to the NFL saying, we want to write a song for the NFL draft. And everybody gave them thumbs up. So we were able to get our hands on just a little piece of it that we can listen to with you, Pete. They are going to be at the NFL draft and we'll play this song live for the very first time this next Friday night. How exciting for them and for us. and for everyone. They're a Wisconsin band. They're from right outside of Milwaukee, and they've been together for 20 years. So they're not just a little fly
Wow.
by night kind of thing. They know what they're doing.
So you said Rocker was looking for them. Why were they so hard to find? Like, if they're a Wisconsin band, are they just kind of living in anonymity and now they've got a breakout cool
I'll
thing,
be
or what?
honest, I didn't hear of them until getting this song to share with you. So I sort of had to look up some
Okay.
info. Even though they've been together for 20 years, they all have their own, family things and job things. So it's not like they're playing out constantly or touring or things like that. But I love that they got together and said, this NFL draft thing is happening in Wisconsin. We're a
Yeah.
Wisconsin band. Somebody should write the official NFL draft song. And I just think you have to really hand it to them for going after it and making
Yeah.
it happen. When
That's so
Rocker
cool.
found out about this, the trouble he was having was, first of all, finding the band, and second of all, finding the song. So he has now been in touch with them. We are going to interview them tomorrow night to get the whole story and
Wow.
find out. Yeah, I want every step. I want to know
That's a
every
great
step of the
show.
way how this happened.
Absolutely. That's a packed show tomorrow night on Max Inc. And when we come back, folks, after a very short break, you're going to get a preview of the official NFL draft song. And it's happening here in Green Bay next week. This is Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite on a Barr Band Friday night on the Civic Media Radio Network.
The talk of Green Bay, WGBW. Ready. While the teams get ready to choose their top draft pick, you can help Mino and the Mayor choose their top craft pick.
Northeast Wisconsin is home to amazing breweries, wineries, cideries, and distilleries, and we need your help picking the best.
We've drafted 10 of our favorites, but which local craft beverage creator will go to number 1? That's up to you. Top craft pick creators include Sturgeon Spirits in Oshkosh, Timekeeper Distillery in Green Bay and Wausau, and Ledge Rock Distillery LLC in Eden. Vote for your favorite now by logging on WGBW.FM and click on Mino and the Mayor's Top Craft Pick. When you vote, you'll enter a random drawing to win $250 in gift cards from participating craft creators. Don't wait. Voting ends Friday, April 18th. Log on WGBW.FM and click on Mino and the Mayor's Top Craft Pick and vote right now. Mino and the Mayor's Top Craft Pick, drafting Northeast Wisconsin's finest one sip at a time.
Donio Clay Products in Green Bay salutes our emergency first responders, law enforcement, firefighters, and paramedics for their professionalism, commitment, and bravery. These men and women put their lives on the line for us. First responders deserve our admiration, so thank them for all they do. This from Donio Clay Products in Green Bay, your brick, stone, and fireplace experts since 1914. Call 920-498-8549 or visit GAGNONClayproducts.com.
The Todd Albaugh Show.
More than 600 international students and recent grads have had their visas revoked. Here's people that are here 100% legally. We've seen the ICE checklist. Do you wear a Chicago Bulls hoodie? Do you have a tattoo? Check, check, gone. Again, this is about due process and following the Constitution. And if we don't have that, then none of us are safe.
The Todd Albaugh Show.
It is a Barr Band Friday night. Max Inc. radio co-host Terry Barr is here, as she always is on Friday at this time, bringing us new music and just a whole lot of fun. Terry, you bring your own fun. That's why I love having you on the show.
Well, we have to bring our own fun, right? Otherwise, sometimes
Absolutely.
things just aren't fun.
I could not agree more. Dave on the stream says, this is out there, but The Climb by Miley Cyrus. I saw an inspirational video about Jordan with that song playing in the background. I don't know that song. Do you know that song, Terry? Climb?
I don't.
You know that,
but
Kate?
now
Hear it?
listen to it.
Actually, that song, it was like a Disney Channel song because Miley Cyrus was a big part of Disney Channel.
Okay.
Yes.
She had her own movie, and that was like the big song of that time was her song, The Climb.
Nice.
No,
I didn't
Check
know
it
it was
out.
associated with sports, though. I
Yeah.
never heard it in sports yet.
Yeah. I don't know that one either. Good one, Dave. Thank you. All right, Terry. So we've got Doozy. I kind of teased this before we went to the break. This is called Last One Standing. This is the official song of the NFL draft, correct?
Yeah. Yes,
All right.
and they wrote it with the idea of overcoming obstacles, similar to what the players will be waiting for when they have their name called during the
Yeah,
NFL
no kidding.
draft.
The big moment for sure. Well, this
Oh
is
my
great.
goodness.
We've got a small sample. It's about a minute long, and then if you want to hear the whole song, you'll have to watch the draft. And Doozy will perform it. But right now, here's the official NFL draft song, "Last One Standing," a small sample.
Gotta climb the mountaintop, stamp my flag in the frozen tundra. I ain't ever gonna stop. Fast as lightning and I'm strong as thunder. Doesn't matter what they say, I'm gonna do it anyway. It doesn't matter if it's storm, I'm gonna march to the beat of my own drum. I'm gonna be the last one standing. I'm gonna be the last one standing tall. I'm gonna be the last one standing. Doesn't matter how hard I try. Doesn't matter if it's good enough, it's not. I'm gonna be the last one standing.
Well, that's why they call it a tease. You kind of get into it, and then they just that's all we get right now. But that's fun. That's a good song.
Isn't it? It's a sports song, kind of as the theme of your evening with songs.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it totally works. Listening to the words, I get it. I totally
Yeah.
get the NFL draft thing. Yep.
I love it. That's going to be fun. Are you going to be anywhere near Green Bay for the draft? Or
I want to be badly. I love the Green Bay area. Worked there a long time. Family's still there, and I think this is such an outstanding opportunity to
Yeah.
be part of something that's going to be maybe a once in a lifetime thing.
It's interesting because I think it's fun too. But they also said maybe you should come down and do the show from Madison because I might not be able to park out here. You know, I mean, it's going to be that
Is that why
crazy.
they're having you in Madison?
Yeah.
Oh,
And I
no.
don't ever have a problem going to Madison. I like it, even if I'm out in the burbs. It's just fun to be in
my gosh.
Madison. But
So I could be in Green Bay and you'll be in Madison. So
yes.
let's switch it up.
we have to swap roles. Well, I'm holding a spot next Friday night. If you think of someone you could have on, or that we could pre-record or whatever, I think that would be a blast. But no pressure whatsoever.
Oh, I'll work on it. Don't you worry.
Okay, fantastic. And did you know, before we let you go, Mike Clemens, this is kind of what inspired the sports song tonight. Question. He wrote the Pac-Arena. Remember that? You were talking about the 90s. Mike wrote the Pac-Arena, and Jane Matenaer was a performer on it.
Oh,
How
my God.
crazy is that?
I did not know that.
It's a terrible song. I'm kidding.
Oh.
It's a lot of fun. No, Mike was on last night. We played it, right, Con? You had a couple. Let's give Terry a couple seconds of Pac-Arena.
Ooh.
1 second.
Maybe 4 seconds. Oh, he's got to find it. But it's great. If you get a chance to listen to it, it's so fun. It's like to the Macarena music, and they just had so much fun with it, and it's great. So it was fun. I didn't know Mike was a songwriter, too. So maybe you have him on Max Inc.
That would be perfect now that you've said that. Ooh.
Now I've made things awkward.
Yeah.
You have Mike and Jane, and they'll sing it.
Oh
Thank you, as always, my friend. We will talk next
and you
week.
guys too, and all your listeners. Have a great weekend.
You too, Terry. Thanks so much. Have a great night. That's Terry Barr. Check out Max Inc. Radio tomorrow night, folks. You just got a great sample of what they have coming up. Power Takeoff, PTO, and Doozy with the NFL draft song, official draft song. I didn't know they had an official draft song.
I really like that riff.
Yeah, oh yeah, me too.
That was great.
Do you think, did he kind of sound like R&B or rapper? Like it was sort of had a rap style.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty sweet. So check out Max Inc. Radio tomorrow night from 6 to midnight. Power Takeoff will be on at 8 o'clock. We got to have Lisa Hale on again. Don't forget to check out New Wisco Weekend, folks, this weekend. Lisa does such a great job. And everybody who contributes to that song, that great Northeast Wisconsin magazine show that Lisa does such a great job hosting. I have a classic movie pick on there. Brittany Merlot contributes. Todd Michaels, Terry Barr, Amanda Nimmer, Conrad Krieger. The Kid Conrad Krieger. Has anyone called you that? The Kid Conrad Krieger?
No.
You sound like you're like a shoe shine guy in a mob movie. Get the Kid Conrad Krieger over here. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Lots of fun tonight. Folks, who do we have Monday, Conrad? I didn't even tease Monday's show. What are we looking at?
Before we leave, I just want to end with we got a text. I don't know if you saw.
I did not.
Yes.
Who is it?
So we got Carol and Madison. She said, best song in sports is Chelsea Dagger. Fight Me.
I don't think I know that song.
I don't.
I'm going to listen to that on the way home.
Yeah.
Carol, thanks for getting in under the wire. Monday, Kirsten Larson from the Milwaukee Film Festival. She'll give us a review at 6:35, and our pal Tim Sowers from the Overture Center in Madison at 7:20. That's Monday. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to Terry Barr, Emerson Lehman, and on behalf of the lovable producer, Conrad. Good night, Wisconsin.
I'll sing it to you.